It's time for Seen and Unseen, where we reveal the stories behind the headlines. For that, we turn to Fox News contributor Raymond Arroyo. All right, Raymond, President Biden was kind of treated like he was a conquering hero at the White House Correspondents Dinner the other night.
Well, look, even as he was granted them, Laura, and has granted them less access, less interviews, less press conferences than any of his predecessors, Biden used the media love fest to ridicule the press. And as you mentioned in the Angle, told them what they had to do this political season.
To all my friends in the press and Fox News, some of you complain that I don't take enough of your questions. No comment. I'm sincerely not asking of you to take sides, but asking you to rise up to the seriousness of the moment. I think in your hearts you know what's at stake. Every single one of us has a role to play, a serious role to play, in making sure democracy endures, American democracy. I have my role, but in all due respect, so do you.
Yeah, but it gives the impression, Laura, that they're all playing the same role. And that is not, this should be adversarial, and it isn't. It makes it look like they're part of one Washington organism. I thought this was disgraceful, and it should have been boycotted, frankly. The press should have boycotted the president being here.
I mean, this was kind of fun in the early years, Raymond, and kind of, oh, isn't it? But it's just gotten, I don't know. I don't mean to be a spoilsport here, but I mean, the guy is just, he's never doing real interviews. So how do you get up there and toast President Biden when he's basically giving you the stiff arm? So I don't get that.
Right. And joking about it, and you're sitting there laughing.
Yeah.
And remarkably, you saw that performance, Laura. Van Jones over at CNN, listening to him, you would have thought Biden's act at the Correspondents' Dinner rivaled Beyonce. Watch.
You know, I love Joe Biden. This guy has real charisma. There's a reason that he keeps exceeding expectations.
What did he watch?
What?
Joe Biden could barely eat his salad, Laura. It took repeated attempts. If this is charisma, I'd hate to see what decay looks like.
Charisma? I mean, maybe 40 years ago he had some kind of goofy charm, but charisma? I don't think so. SNL's Colin, is it Jost or Jost? I don't even know how to say
Jost.
his name. Jost tried to keep the jokes kind of even-handed, at least until the end, I understand.
Yeah, look, there were funny moments, Laura, but he ended his routine with an ingratiating story about how his grandfather cast his last vote for Joe Biden, and CNN ran with the narrative.
That was Colin Jost just finishing that out there. Ending that way was really an endorsement of President Biden.
That his grandfather voted for voted for President Biden because of decency. Politics aside, it was a poignant plea.
And that's why he said
it's not poignant. It's partisanship, Laura. It's partisanship. He should have been. Comics exist to hold the truth up and to lampoon the powerful. Journalists are to hold them to account. Both failed at this dinner. And I'm sorry, they shouldn't be praised for doing that. It's a disservice to the public and all of us.
Meanwhile, Kamala has been sent out, Raymond, to hit the talk show circuit and landed in the lap again of Drew Barrymore.
Apparently, some people love to talk about the way I laugh.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
I love your laugh.
Well, we all need a mom. I've been thinking that we really all need a tremendous hug in the world right now.
Yeah.
But in our country, we need you to be Mamala of the country.
Laura, somebody needs a therapist.
Mamala?
I mean, Mamala. Drew needs to get a little support group, I think, and leave politics alone.
Did she actually jump into her lap at that point, or what happened?
Well, they were close enough. Anything could have happened, Laura.
I mean,
I didn't stay around that long.
When
to
I
watch.
think of Drew Barrymore, Raymond, I think of that adorable pig-tailed little girl in E.T. She was, I mean, that's it for me. I'm not going to even talk about Drew Barrymore after, I'm sounding like Joe Biden, after E.T., because that was perfection for her. All right,
well,
Raymond,
I'm going to phone home now. Good night,
all right,
Laura.
go phone home. All right, that's it for us tonight.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.